Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Knight, and welcome back to Thrones of Britannia, where you join us in interesting times, it must be said. We have declared war on Wessex, and we have swept through their territory, basically sacking as much as we can get our hands on. Despite the fact we've made some good money that way, we've actually managed to therefore make some good investments back in our homeland. Yeah, I've had a chance to think between episodes, what's the right way to do this? So I've got to think very, very carefully indeed, because for the moment at least, the good, strong armies of Wessex are kind of trapped up north. Just look at the mini-map over there. Hang on, I'll go over to the strategic map. Yeah, Wessex has basically just expanded straight up the middle between me and Mercia. And the problem with that is, yeah, it's led to a situation where some of their armies are now trapped up north, and as a result, their southern heartland is not particularly well guarded, and neither are their vassals. So, there's a few different things I could do here. Like, I've got my good army here. I could just basically keep going around trashing and ransacking. But at some point, I'm probably going to want to actually try and, you know, win something out of this war. Because unless I actually take territory off them, they've not actually got much reason to bother coming to terms with me. Because they feel like they're still doing all right. So I need to think about what exactly it is I want to take off them. Now, Kent would be nice. However, Kent's got a problem. Kent's army doesn't seem entirely 100% convinced and wants to come out and fight me. And if Kent's full-strength, full-stack army is just hanging out over in Canterbury, and as a result of that, yeah, they're going to be difficult to actually take out, together with the garrison that's there. Let's have a little look, see how much is it. Just like, yeah, it's just like 6 or 7, but 27 units guarding a city, that's not going to be fun. Sussex, however, Sussex's army has actually been on the warpath. They've got 16 units there, but those units currently hanging out in Hastings are damaged. My currently, well, full-strength army, well, not quite actually. There's a few, yeah, I probably shouldn't try too much here. Possibly what I want to do is raid this territory, sack this territory, then come through, take Guildford, take Evesham, and then basically, yeah, that will give me the entire province, which means London will actually start making some flipping money. And as a result of that, yeah, we could potentially try and sue for peace, especially if we can win a couple of victories over here. And, of course, we're about to take Northampton. With that, we should probably just go and take Bedford and Buckingham, take that entire province, just get that locked down. Those are, that's just a province of, yeah, that's just a province of 3. In fact, what's actually there? Nothing too dramatic. Yeah, some actual food, which is nice, and some money. If I just take this entire province and potentially just completely try and lock Wessex out of this area, yeah, that'd be interesting. Because then they've got, yeah, they'll try and draw up in Dorchester. Oh, maybe I should try and take Dorchester as well. Okay. That probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. If I could somehow find a way to engineer a defeat against these armies up here by taking Northampton, that potentially leaves me free to go on a bit of a smash and grab around here. If I could take Dorchester right here, and as a result, there'd be a nice tough barrier between me and the rest of their empire. That's for the future. Let's not worry about that right now. Is this the same turn we actually began this siege, by the way? No. We can move in immediately. Lovely. In fact, actually, well, I would normally auto-resolve this. I don't actually want to. The reason is I'm going to be defending this place shortly. So I want to lead this attack personally because I want to see what it looks like. Right, stuck with a bit of a rainy day, but nothing we can do about that. So, looks like this is not the biggest town we've seen so far. It's not huge. And yeah, it's got a bit of a half and half thing going on. There's a river passing directly through the middle of it, and there is no bridge linking the two halves at all. Now, we're coming from the south. However, it's likely, yeah, that potentially, when Wessex decides to counterattack and take this back, they'll be coming from one of the other two sides. Presumably, they'd be coming over here, because this is where one of the big victory points where the chieftain's house is. So probably the game will spawn them over here. So let's have a little look-see. We got ourselves standard gateway with a couple of watchtowers. No other watchtowers round there, however. One more over here that might provide a little bit of supporting fire. And then it's just, actually, yeah, there's some nice narrow areas we can block up here. So once again, we've got a nice high ground that we can actually try and defend with our archers up here. So, in fact, actually, yeah, our archers over here will be able to get a good shot down at approaching troops from some way off. This territory should be, yeah, manageable in terms of the defense. And the thing I learned last time is don't really waste the arrows trying to take out the towers. Just let the towers come in and then just use your archers over here somewhere to just shoot at troops as they try and come into town. I might be able to take out, like, one tower, but honestly, it's not even worth the arrows to try and do it. And, there is actually a tiny bridge. It's just, yeah, someone decided to break it rather than letting the enemy use it. Marvellous. And as for this battle, yeah, while the actual thanes themselves, the actual retinue sword infantry, are a little bit on the tougher side, for the most part, this is just a bunch of spearmen and basic troops. Should just be able to basically walk in. Not a big deal. Not least as we do indeed have, yeah, some actual swordsmen here, who I'll send in as backup if need be. Where are the other swordsmen? You're over there. You should probably just go and help out and, yeah, climb the towers as soon as the towers hit the walls. For the moment, at least, I will leave things to my basic axemen, who should do a fine job just cutting their way through. And indeed, the men are already starting to back off here. And my archers arrive at the front and start firing up onto the walls. Looks to me like, yes, indeed, the gate is starting to fall to us. The towers are starting to fall to us. This is all starting to go very nicely. My swordsmen are carrying the day. Where are you guys? Yeah, these guys are not happy about life. And the gates fall, as do the towers. And at this point, my swordsmen are just slowly chopping their way through all of this. This is beautiful. It's the swordsmen that are doing the work here. Now it's just a meat grinder. Now, some of them are starting to run, so I'm going to actually bring my cavalry up just to basically chase down anything that starts fleeing. These guys are... You're shattered. Fine. Are you guys shattered as well? You're starting to be. But yeah, as soon as my actual cav come up, they can start running these guys down. And my archers can pick off the actual leader up there. Because their leader is... Oh, apparently. Wow. I should pay more attention. Apparently, the spearmen of the English are actually pretty damn good. Because those guys are being marked as, yeah, proper tier 3. They're generals. Get spearmen as opposed to swords or axemen. So, okay, I should be paying more attention to that. Right, the front gate is now entirely collapsed, so I'm just going to bring up all of my archers at this point, whose job it is to, yeah, just basically shoot down their leader. Let's just do some damage to him. In fact, I think my skirmishers on their own should be able to actually do some beautiful, beautiful work there. In come the javelins, and javelins do a lot of... Oh, yeah. Javelins do a lot of damage. At this point, with no supporting units, this general's unit can just be torn apart by indirect fire. And in fact, they haven't even decided to bother trying to defend their beautiful victory point here. They have just naffed off. Job done. Probably took a few knocks there, possibly more knocks than I would have done if I just auto-resolved defensively, but you know what? Not so bad, I'll take that. So, he goes down and we take Northampton. Lovely. And I get to, yeah, sack it for barely any money. Yeah, it's not a big place. No, we'll be occupying this place. Thank you very, very much indeed. I need this. Liberating it wouldn't have actually been a terrible idea, to be honest. I could have actually just liberated it just for the sake of turning it back into a Viking settlement. Intriguing. And also, what's just... I'm guessing I've just actually picked up a bunch of food, have I? No new estates, and everyone's lordship seems okay for the time being. It's just, yeah, must have just been a few very minor little happiness debuffs. Probably, here King English just went down slightly because I moved into an English town. Fine. So this place right now is a bit on the damage side. Let's just repair it up as fast as we can. We didn't do much damage, that's fine. This place produces, yeah, produces a ton of good quality food and whatever. And I can build, ooh, I could build a garrison here. There's also a tanner, which I'm guessing exists because there's local hides or something? Apparently not, I just can. Maybe, yeah, whatever the economic building is just kind of personalised to whatever was historically accurately produced locally. I can produce a law field here. You know what? If these guys are potentially coming south, seeing if I can potentially just rush that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, you know. And this thing is, irritatingly, this tithe hall is not really the building I wanted. In fact, I'm going to dismantle that because it doesn't actually help me at all. And by the way, I'm also going to recruit... Oh, I've got very little I can recruit. Oof. Right, well, that's no fun at all. Right. Well, let's get some proper good quality horsemen in, at least. Like, okay, they're expensive, but not that expensive for Guthrum. He gets some good reductions in there. Yeah. Okay. Get rid of that. Demolish that. Start building patrols. That'll give me some additional, some additional troops, together with enemy campaign movement range down. Now, I may demolish that again later, but it's a safe thing to build for the time being. And if we're lucky, these guys will get distracted going over towards Steenford, and as a result, you guys, do you need more? You could probably do with more, but there's not much more you can really recruit. I'm going to guess your local garrison's damaged as well for the time being. Oh, yeah. If they decide to go to Steenford, then, unfortunately, the Fighting Dolphins and their leader, Dolphin the Mighty, is going to be in trouble. Now, Northampton, remind me, this whole local area, this has got itself a unique Great Hall, some pottery, some iron, and a little bit of food going on, but nothing major, to be honest. So we really just need a governor who makes this place a little bit on the happier side. Because, yeah, right now, there is no governor. Right, who's available? Who wants to come in? So, Middle Angle. Who is currently a candidate for this? We've got ourselves minus 50% recruitment for spear infantry, plus 10% melee skill for spear infantry units commanded army, or plus 10% missile damage for missile infantry units commanded army. Melee skill. You know what? There's more spears than there are archers in a garrison. So, as there's not honestly a spectacular candidate, I guess we'll go for you. I can't. I literally don't have the money to appoint you. Fine. We'll do that next time then. Luckily, yeah, we do have some good amount of money coming in right now, so we're okay. This guy can't move for the time being. His job is to raid this territory. And the reason for that is, yeah, if I just raid that region, I'll get myself a free 1,000 gold. Then I can just pop straight out of the raiding stance and then just basically sack the settlement. And then probably, at that point, I'll be wanting to just basically swing back towards my homeland and just take the 2 other territories to reunite the province of London. Then we probably sue for peace. I mean, at this point, we've taken a major city off them. Let's have a look, see just how interested they'd be in peace, full stop. Because, yeah, we've kind of, you know, we've done some damage. Right now it's insulting. Okay, they're not even interested whatsoever, that sort of thing. We need to kick their ass a bit more. If we could just, you know, give them another victory out in the field, and then maybe, if we're lucky, take a few more settlements, just little regions over here, just take a bit more land off them. In fact, actually, why even stand and fight? Why not say, hey, this is now a barrier that's going to keep you guys locked up north? I could say, screw it, I'm not going to hold that anyway, and Guthrum might not be able to hold it. What stops me now basically just saying, okay, well, this is now just a barrier in your way. This guy comes down here, takes Bedford, then swings down here, takes Buckingham, comes down here, takes Dorchester, and then this guy, meanwhile, just basically sacks this, takes these 2. We just basically take like 5 settlements off you, and in the meantime, the armies that could stop me are trapped up north. Why do I actually have to commit Guthrum to a great big suicide siege you might not even be able to win in Northampton, when Northampton can... Ooh, that might be a far better plan. Okay, that's worth having a think about right there. Right, keep time ticking along. Whatever Wessex does next, that's going to affect what we do. And it looks like they are indeed running south. They're heading south quickly at this point. And they might be bypassing Northampton entirely, and instead just running straight from my softer territories. We might end up in this war just basically trading. The question is, trading's dangerous. I can't trade as fast as he can trade because he's got literally more armies than me. Well, another faction I haven't heard of has been destroyed. Fine, in fact 2 of them have. I think one of them was an Irish faction. Right, Wessex, where are you going? because, actually, they're out in the middle of nowhere in winter, which could be of interest. Now, they could be coming straight at Northampton right now. Now, if that's what they're doing, I could basically say screw it and run straight at Bedford and say, right now, Northampton, you're taking care of yourselves, good luck with it. Would that be the worst thing in the world? What's the garrison here? The garrison here is tiny and it's going to be 3 turns. But equally, just taking this place back is going to take them a couple of turns. And I could give them a decent governor, just for the sake of that. I get extra money from ransacking. Okay, this is all fine. And also, yeah, one of the Viking sea kings is causing trouble over there. Doesn't really affect me. Who's that? That's also in Ireland. Doesn't affect me. Fine. Now, be very careful because it's winter. Albeit, winter seems to do a lot more damage to you in the original preview version I played than it does now. I step over here. I am now raiding this territory. However, it does kind of feel like, yeah, I'm not going to get that reward until I actually spend a full turn actually raiding. So you may as well just kind of come here and be raiding in this territory, and that's fine. We'll be able to go and ransack that properly next turn when we come out of the raiding stance. Fine, so that army's just kind of busy for the time being. Do I want to either try and take this stuff, or, well, let's have a look, see what's actually in Dorchester. Dorchester is, it's got a garrison. Has a garrison building. I could probably still just basically walk in if there's no actual army there. And I could have that. Then as a result, I'd actually have a good, strong barrier between the rest of Wessex and my territory. I feel like if they're coming down, hang on, can they make it here next turn?
We cannot.
They can. Don't say that you can't. You totally 100% can. They can make it down to Northampton next turn. Now, as a result of the fact they can make it to Northampton next turn, the best thing I could probably do would be abandon it, because I don't want... Yeah, this army isn't even at full strength right now. Best thing I can do is to basically just start swinging from little territory to little territory, taking as much as I can as quickly as I can, and hoping they get stuck up here on this territory I'm not exactly even desperate to hold. So let's head over here, and we immediately just abandon this whole area, move in here, and... Ooh. Okay, the settlement has recently been plundered. It still gives me 2,000. Screw it. Occupy it. And if I'm just starting to knacker the local happiness, which I totally 100% am, yeah, the chance of rebellion is growing. And it's not going to be my problem for too much longer. So now I'm just basically going to chill out here. Next turn, I'll just go over to Buckingham and take that. This place can not really do anything, to be honest. So yeah, definitely the public order's not great around here. So I'm just going to leave this place be. No need to worry about any of that whatsoever. I swore I demolished this. Should I? Oh. When it says demolish it, fine. It just reduces the building's level by 1. Right. So, actually, I don't want this either. Yeah. Keep just demolishing this building. It's just going to get me more and more gold. We're just, I don't know, selling it off or something. May as well do that. But now there is low loyalty because I've just brought some fields into the Empire. This is fine. This is 100% fine. That's not a problem. I can fix that nice and easily by just basically handing out an estate. Because right now I've got too many. So who's got low loyalty and needs to be reassured that everything's fine? By the looks of it, yeah. Actually, you know what? The actual people who are commanding my armies are probably, that's probably a good idea. Dolphin, congratulations, you can have, like, Bedford. So there you go, and everyone's loyalty jumps up a little bit. But if the option becomes available, Eocric could do with having a priest just to boost that by 1 level. I still maintain 2 territories, however, because that just keeps my influence nice and high. Fine. And that is, yeah, in Cambridgeshire is absolutely fine. Sorry, I should have actually pointed out, yeah, though it doesn't look like that should be Cambridge, that's Old English for Cambridge. You can vaguely see the connection, Granter-Breek, kind of Cambridge. Yeah, that's Cambridge. This is just Cambridgeshire. Now, this army's at full strength and healing as fast as it can. This area is, yeah, sadly this farm I've taken over doesn't actually help me in terms of, yeah, speed of regeneration at all. What about you down here? You're raiding, so you can't do anything right now. I'm going to ransack this territory. And straight after that point, assuming is there anything even good here? Yeah, there's actually a money-producing building, so that should get me something. Then I'm going to come back here. I'm going to actually take both of these buildings. I'm going to see if I can take some of this and some of this and smash this army, and then I'm going to try and sue for peace. And at the same time, I'm going to hope that these guys heal up as fast as flipping possible. Because the faster you heal up, the better. I don't really dare invest in this place just yet, though, because I'm not convinced I'm going to hold it. If they send a proper army up here to try and take out this place, because garrisons for some reason regenerate really slowly, I don't know if I can hold it. So instead I'm going to invest, yeah, up here. And we do actually have a spare spot up here in Norfolk. Sorry, well, the territory's Norfolk, Norwich is the city. So, there's a market here that produces a boost to market buildings. So as I don't really need anything else up here, I could just invest in Martyrs coins and Martyrs mint. So saintly martyrs of the past are gone but not forgotten. So plus 10 fame. Okay. And we've actually got increase in tradable resources. Albeit that's not a huge amount. That's just a little bit of wool, isn't it? So yeah, that's just a handful of wool and maybe a bit of lead. Nothing too major there. Yeah, sure. Let's go for a little bit more money being produced up there. That only costs 1,300 odd. That is good. And, oh, apparently, the territory of Rendlesham is just Rendlesham, which is apparently just a village in modern-day East Anglia that I was just completely unaware of. It's just not that big these days. It just kind of flew a little bit under my radar. And a tiny bit of extra food coming in, because, yeah, some of this food I'm not actually planning to hold. That's not the plan at all. So, that's all we can do for now. Couple of good upgrades laid down over here. Mercy's an interesting position. It looks like, yeah, at some point, that's actually Northumbria. So Northumbria has basically managed to just eat a whole bunch of vassals or other territories. So, they're pretty big right now. And I get on pretty well with them. The problem is, they don't get on that well with Mercia. So if they end up in a war, I might actually have to end up picking a side in that, which would be interesting. Oh, hang on. Do I want to maybe undo one of those upgrades? Because I might want to actually try and lay down a governor here, just because that might help put up a bit of a fight at the front door for these bastards. Actually, is that even worth it? It's probably just worth it. Let's undo that and do that first. So, assign a governor. And good news. Good news indeed. Basically, I want anyone who's good at, yeah, drill master. Plus 10 melee skill for spear infantry units. We do have some of them. Get that in play immediately. So, congratulations. You're there. And I hope you do a good job. Because I suspect the English are coming and they're not going to be that amused. And go on, though it's going to take a while, it's a bit on the inefficient side, I'm going to get the forge upgraded, or rather the blacksmith upgraded to a forge at Colchester. So next time I need to train a big army, I can do it with, yeah, armor 2 and weapons 2. Because plus 10% melee damage and armor would be nice. It's a bit expensive, but money's okay for the time being with that plus 3,000 at the minute. So let's get that upgraded to 2. It's going to take 8 turns, so I may as well get it in production. So, time to see what Wessex is planning to do next at this point. And probably it's marching south to... yeah, unsurprisingly, they're heading down in that direction, which is exactly what I... ooh, but you're coming to try and attack St. Albans, fine. If I can intercept you, that would be good. I can't really stop them taking that city back, but I don't want to. All I want is for that thing to be slowed down. It will slow them down. In comes Kent again, but they'll probably back off. I've seen them move around and change their mind previously. It's not exactly a disaster right now. In fact, shouldn't we be expecting raiders at some point? I swear there were some more raiders coming in sooner or later. I haven't actually seen them yet, but I thought I'd seen an alert for more raiders coming in. Well, if they are around, not yet. Now, mission successful. I did indeed raid the territory I was told to raid. And I know Northumbria is currently under attack. Sorry, Northampton, that's different. And Helleborg has been destroyed. Now, if I can defeat the following army in battle, I'll get another 1,000. I'm guessing those are the guys, and oh dear. That's... okay, that's more of a concern. Right, so the bastards who hate me have just decided to step in. Also, who's declared war? That's over in Ireland. Doesn't affect me. And that is over in Ireland too. Okay. Right. We've got a raiding fleet coming in. And we know that can mean trouble. You need to come out of that stance just to a normal stance, please. Do I just want to leave that be at this point? Is it even worth going to sack? I mean, I'm just concerned right now that now I know a raiding fleet's coming in, I kind of want to start heading for home instead. Yeah, I'm just going to start heading for home. I'm going to take Guildford and Evesham just for the money, and then I'm going to return to London as quick as you can. So in the next 2 turns, I should be back towards London. So I'm coming back here. Guildford, we're just coming in. We're occupying it. Congratulations. Guildford just belongs to me right now. There is a Sussex force right there, but it looks like it can't really get to me. Conveniently, there's some very thick forest, so it's not the easiest thing in the world for them to get over here. So I can basically just, yeah, next turn, take Evesham, then get back to London, and yeah, Middlesex is a little bit upset at the moment because of that. Shouldn't be the end of the world. That army is good enough with Roman walls to hold off, especially if I've got reinforcements coming back in. I do need to stop these guys if I can. Now, you. Unfortunately, nothing I can do to stop you, because they are blatantly heading at... They could be heading at... Sorry, I keep calling this place Hereford. It's not, it's Hertford. There's a difference between Hereford and Hertford. Hereford's like over there, close by to Wales somewhere. There it is! In fact, it's literally called Hereford. So I shouldn't get those two things confused. So, I can't get over there right now. Unfortunately, I can't quite get down to Buckingham either. So I can't just do a trade for a trade. I don't particularly want to lose any of this, because if this guy basically starts getting into my territory, he can just smash into St Albans, to Hertford, to... What's that one? What's south of Cambridge that's... not sure. He could just basically start smashing through some stuff, which I don't really want him to do. If I start heading south right now, then what could happen is, yeah, if he takes St Albans next turn, he'll be stuck there. And then I could basically just smash him, because when you take a town, it ends your turn. And he can't... he can actually... He could just make it to Hertford next turn too. Okay, let's try to avoid losing anything else here. But also, let's try and see if anyone's interested in some peace right now. Still insulting, even though I have actually taken a bit of territory off him. And, technically, my strength ranking has overtaken this bastard right now. So, I'll have to see about that. Right. Do I want to just try and intercept this army? Or do I want to try and... The thing is, that's going to slow down my plan. But then my plan was around the idea that I could get to Buckingham this turn, which apparently I'm nowhere close to doing, because there's not a direct... Yeah, there's not a direct road. Unfortunately, that's the problem. There's no direct road. Okay. In that case... Stick to this plan. Start heading down south. We're just going to keep trashing some stuff here. This is just going to keep these guys busy, in which case the real gains are going to be made down south. By taking Guildford, by taking Evesham, and then we need to fall back and deal with the raiders that are coming in. And we've still made some really good money out of this war, okay? So even if, like, they are able to... Also... Why are you guys all... Okay, apparently we need to take care of you guys too. That's damn straight you want to get out of there. Look, just hunt them down, please. I think this is fine to just be auto-resolved, however. They're very badly damaged. So just fight aggressively. Let's get them done. And... yeah, that should have been them very well stabbed through the chest. Lovely. So nice, easy victory there. May as well... Actually, you know what? I will ransom them. Ransom and release some captives. So, you know, everyone's going to love that. War fervor just went up slightly as a result. You guys get back in the city and just keep chilling out. Ooh. I did just realise, potentially, I could help myself to Leicester. That's actually got some farms in it. Okay, it's a little bit vulnerable, but on the other hand, it would completely cut off. Ooh. Okay. New plan, potentially. Let them march south. Let them march south and try and reclaim Bedford. I can basically just use this small force up here. The Fighting Dolphins can take Leicester without a fight. And then potentially... Hang on, what's the... I don't know what's here, unfortunately. Darn. So I don't know if they've got a garrison or not. No way of seeing. But if I took Leicester, I could check whether they had a garrison. If there's no garrison, then this force, well... Okay, this force needs a bit more, and okay, finally more stuff's entering the pool, We've got ourselves some archers. Yeah, just take everything. We need some more forces up north right now. The fighting dolphins need to be a little bit stronger. We have the food to support that for the time being. War fervor is going up and is doing well. This guy can't get to me. You take Evesham and then start heading over there. If we're very lucky, the raiders that are coming in will not be coming to me. They'll attack Kent. Because if they want to attack Kent, that'd be great. I don't know where Kentish armies are right now, but if we're lucky, they're heading towards London and we'll intercept them, and our garrison and this army together can just destroy them. In fact, actually, that'd be optimal. Because at that point, this army, having taken Evesham, could just start basically heading over here. We could take several of these settlements. If we could just take Canterbury off them, look at this, Canterbury, and then 4 small settlements. We could just have this entire province and wipe Kent off the map. That could just be mine. That would be kind of nice if I could pull it off. Now, where to spend all of this lovely money? Because I've just got this lovely big pile of money, and I love having a great big pile of money. Well, I do actually have an empty spot over here in Rendlesham. So I've got 2 buildings here that make some good money, albeit this doesn't make any money. This makes a small amount of money. In fact, it actually makes pretty decent money. If I could... Yeah, I could have a tanner, but the tanner does nothing but increasing fur production, but there's literally no hunting village, so that's kind of useless. And plus 10% to market buildings. But 10% to market buildings is only like 30. It's not really worth that much. Instead, this territory is very happy as a result of, yeah, the cult of St. Edmund. So what I probably want to do instead is potentially build something here that makes money. So I could build a forge, but that doesn't make money, that costs money. In fact, actually, there's almost nothing here I can build that does make money. The toolmaker just increases tradable resources and industry. It doesn't actually make money by itself. That's imperfect. This'll do. The London trade jetties, boosting what Colchester's making, because Colchester is making crazy good money. That's a good little investment to make when I've actually got a good, healthy amount of money here. As long as I can hold London. Kind of do need to hold London to make all that stack up. And yeah, I've made the decision. I'm going to try and protect my own territories and maybe swing around to Dorchester after I'm done. Potentially creating another hard target for them to actually have to penetrate. So I am moving Guthrum down, but keeping him inside friendly territory. Which should, doesn't quite box you enough to not get to Hertford. So we might be able to get to Hertford next turn anyway. And if he can, I'm not sure I can. Which is unfortunate. But just in case, let's just move myself a little bit more in this direction. Any chance? No. Doesn't affect his zone of control. He can just... Actually, it doesn't feel like he should be able to do that. Because it looks like the only way he can get to here is to... Maybe these small settlements don't actually exert zones of control. I thought all towns did, but maybe little settlements that don't have walls can't actually exert zones of control, so we can just bypass it. I'm not sure. Right, now presumably he's going to immediately take St. Albans. No. First up, instead, this army is going to try and take this territory. And they're going to succeed, but bare minimum, I can make them fight for it. Something a little bit dangerous about Wessex, however, yeah, some of their armies that have just been going around trashing places, they're just picking up experience like crazy. There are plenty of silver chevron units there. That's maybe a bit concerning. Now, I've got 2 barricades I can set up. I've got, yeah, I've not got much. And exactly as I was expecting, yeah, they're over there. Fine. So, I can't actually stop the towers. They're going to come in over here. I can have the towers on and do a little bit of damage. Honestly, I might be better off just saying screw the walls and just basically trying to hold up here. And just basically use my elite sword infantry and anything else I've got to provide a little bit of cover for my archers to fire down. When I say my archers, I mean 10 blokes. It's not exactly much. I'm probably better off just trying to keep the towers on as long as possible. But then again, I'll get surrounded. Don't want to get surrounded. Right, let's just actually have a couple of guys over here and a couple of guys over here. Let's just have the more useless guys just chilling out right here. Lovely. So congratulations, you guys are on the door team. Your job is basically just to keep these towers on for a bit and do a tiny bit of damage. Everyone else, you're just going to be chilling out up top over here. So yeah, we can actually have my leader up top. Lovely. And everyone else, the relatively decent quality troops, can just be spread out over here. And then we can just have our archers behind them with skirmish mode off. And some skirmishers over there as well. Once again, just skirmish mode off. We can't win this. Absolutely we can't. But we can at least make them fight for it. And this guy is actually going to have a pretty good job against a lot of this. Because this guy is... yeah, he's actually elite sword infantry. Meaning, interestingly... yeah, he's actually got the advantage against the vast majority of this stuff. So depending on what they send in first, we've got a chance. Except, interestingly, yeah, elite sword infantry is marked as being bad versus spearmen. So spearmen now seem to be effective. Well, I guess technically these are tier 3 spearmen, so it's probably not that swordsmen are bad against spearmen, it's just that these guys are tier 3 elite retinue stuff. And as we would have expected, their archers are just firing up onto the walls. My guys are starting to take damage very, very quickly indeed. I mean, we knew we couldn't hold this. The towers will do some damage and kill a handful of them. Honestly, I don't even know if this is worth fighting, because any damage they take, they'll heal off immediately. But yeah, I'd say probably the best thing we can do is keep my general at the back, at least make them fight through a governor. And tragically, my brave spearmen are now being absolutely shredded by... oh, Royal Thane's coming in. That's no good. That's no good at all. These guys are absolutely flipping boned. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But, you know, good luck. Good luck with it all. So, now at least these guys are all a little bit spread out, and some of them are going to start getting a bit on the tired side. For the moment, at least, they're active and they're eager, but I'm hoping these guys will, yeah, get tired before they actually reach the main force over there. We also need to check what route they're going to take. So right now, they're going to go... I don't know. I'm hoping they'll stick on the main road, and thus they'll run straight into the actual Warlord's companions over here. And yeah, the gates have fallen, understandably, and they've also started setting fire to the place, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I'd rather they didn't come over here and attack these guys if at all possible. But we'll see which way they look like they're going. If need be, I can actually swap my troops around. And go away, Mr. Advisor, it's fine. So, Royal Thane's elite sword infantry, but low threat for a general's bodyguard. And the archers have started to launch their attacks. Good. But actually, I should probably move you over to... bonus versus cavalry and -4 morale. I mean, to be honest, I'm not going to do damage. The only damage I'm really doing is to morale. If I've got a chance, I mean, actually, no, things are going to break. Even if they break, they won't break properly. Right, you guys, I don't need you to shield castle, to be honest. You guys just stay where you are. In comes some... oh, dear. Right, so they just sent some scout horsemen straight into this, which is no good. But, bare minimum, we've actually got ourselves... yeah, the general can just basically start chopping down a series of units that are trying to come in this way. These axemen are in trouble, but we've got some actual proper hardcore swordsmen there. If you guys would like to, like, you know, help by tossing javelins into these scout guys, that'd be marvellous. Where are the archers? Oh, did the archers just break immediately? I think the archers are just dead. You guys just hold. We'll see what we can do. But the enemy has rather cleverly just thrown a handful of horsemen. Guys, seriously, whenever you're ready, just keep tossing the javelins. Yeah, that was one javelin right there. Well done. Hopefully we can see off some of these guys. And my general will just continue to... who's firing in at that? Someone's trying to fire on this guy. This guy's doing okay so far. These are... these guys are just sex warriors, which will never stop being funny to say. This flank has just completely flipping collapsed. The sword guys are, you know what, doing a respectable job not collapsing. Apparently they're confident. They were confident for a second there, well done. The archers are just dead. My general is doing a good job slowly seeing through the sex warriors. So, bare minimum, this guy will probably actually be able to cut through the sex warriors. And then, unfortunately, yeah, the AI's not bad at putting units where they should be these days. So, for example, yeah, There's only a couple of units in his whole army that have, like, a solid good chance against my general. And he's brought both of them over to the side that my general is on. So, you know, well done to the AI. It just made a good decision there. These guys are starting to panic. There's some javelin men over there and some spearmen coming in over there who are apparently basic little crappy tier 1 spearmen are high threats to my general, which is odd, but okay. These guys look like they're starting to back off to me. More archer fire coming in, unfortunately. They're just starting to loop around over here, and they're trying to take down that barricade. Not really sure why they're doing that, but okay. Okay, I'm happy to send him... I don't know why, yeah, why are basic spearmen effective against my general? That's really weird, but okay. I guess we'll just, like, get in a fight with them, because the enemy's been very good at actually putting the dangerous units up front. Okay, bare minimum, we've managed to badly damage a unit of Seaxe warriors, and tragically, I think the mailed spearmen are probably coming at the back of us right now, or they're just saying, screw it, they'll go and take the actual victory point over here, in which point, yeah, this war is as good as over. But we did do some damage. How much have we managed to kill from their army? We've managed to kill 300 odd. So we have killed more of them than they have of us. So I'd say we can be proud of that, if nothing else. And there we go. Decisive defeat, but I wasn't expecting anything else, to be honest. This was only ever designed to slow them down. I didn't want this territory that much anyway. So, job done. We have slowed them down. And they're also going to have to go and reclaim... what was it? Was it... No, not Hertford. What's the one they have to go and reclaim? Whatever the other territory nearby is. Yeah, there we go. We badly damaged one of their scout horsemen. We badly damaged one of their Seaxe warriors. We pretty badly damaged one of the Royal Thanes who was at the front door. We have done some damage to them. We've just softened them up a little bit. And yes, indeed, they just went and took St. Albans, but I can go and get it straight back again. Now, the problem is, where are those raiders? And in comes... Oh. In comes Sussex. In comes Kent. Okay, Kent's doing exactly what I want them to do, however, which is if they want to throw themselves against London, that's great. Quite frankly, they're welcome to. Where are the raiders, though? Please go for Kent, not for me. For Kent, not for me. And... Okay, someone was killed in battle. Fine, settlement has been sacked. Wasn't really mine. What, they didn't take it? They left it in my possession? Okay. That's good. Well, when I say that's good, it's going to cost some money to fix up, unfortunately. Right. What else do we want to do in that case? Because they've weirdly... No, it was Bedford. Sorry, I was getting confused between Bedford and Hertford. Right, so these guys have... These guys are now 17. They weren't 17 a minute ago, so where's all that just come from? And also, we've got ourselves some... Okay, we've got some unassigned skills. We've also got some technologies. Right, so, aha! I've actually just got the new quality armoured archers. Now, I could make all my archers better, which is tempting. Or, I think this is probably the better option right now. It's probably time to actually get up to some higher tech units. So I could get here, retinue sword infantry. So yeah, replacing my sword Heerdman with the sword Hersers. So basically better quality stuff there. Or better quality axemen. Interesting. These are difficult choices now. And also, apparently, I've unlocked the first stage of siege warfare. So siege construction, medium siege engines, all armies. Intriguing. Okay. Better quality missiles. Better quality, yeah, just melee skill for spear. Better quality sword or new sword stuff. Or better quality axe stuff. I'm Vikings. Let's get that done. Unless there's something really good in Civic I desperately need. No, I don't need the Villa Estate building. I could get the taverns underway. That'd be nice. I could get fist fighters for a military support. Okay, that's interesting. Plus 25 fame on the leadership. No. Focus on actual, yeah, building tech for the time being. Now, who else has got what? Lifing, where are you? You are running Cambridge right now. Cambridge is heavy on the agriculture, isn't it? Yes, or at least it was before we lost St. Albans, tragically. But there is still quite a bit of... There's quite a bit of church and there's quite a bit of agriculture. And your loyalty is 6 right now, so we don't really need to rush you to a priest. Nothing major to do with you, to be honest. I'm just going to give you the next tier up of scribe. Fine. And the other guy that needs to be is... Aokric. I know exactly what we need to do with you. Your loyalty is a little bit on the low side, to be honest. So, just in case, I'm going to give you a priest for +1 loyalty. Okay, just for safety. Now, there are some low public order settlements floating around. People aren't thrilled right now. War fervor is dropping because we're actually losing territory. Now, okay. A few things we need to do immediately. 1, we need to potentially destroy you right now. We need to chase you out, and straight afterwards, if we can, take Evesham, if we can pull it off. And also, London is... London's actually finally making flipping money. London is finally making flipping money, because we actually, in London, finally have a... we've actually finally got some buildings that actually, you know, produce something. And it's not even that terrible, actually. Yeah, 214 up to 269, and also passing on benefits to farms in adjacent territories. Fine. You, my good man, if I could, I'd like to chase off Sussex and then take Evesham. If I could do that, that'd be great. But I can't afford to chase you down more than that, because Kent is coming in, and Kent is coming for London, and we need to defeat them next turn. And we've also got sight of you. These guys cannot... Wait, they're called Thunder and Lightning. I'm called Thunder and Lightning. That's my name. Excuse me. What the hell do you think you're doing? Now, we do also have another problem here, which is the Wild Hawks are 100% heading for Huntingdon, which is a problem. There is an opportunity, though. It's summer right now. Where can you get this turn? You cannot possibly make it to Steenford this turn. If he decides to go to Huntingdon, then that leaves him in a bit of a difficult position. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go and take Leicester, because me and Merce actually get on pretty well. Really well. In fact, actually, they approve of military actions against Wessex. This is interesting. This is all very interesting. Military access for military actions just became intriguing.
This deal is not for us.
They're up for a closer relationship. Okay, guys. How about we just, could I just throw a bit of money at you to maybe make this happen? Okay. This could all be fine. In fact, okay. First things first. Any chance you want to join my war against Wessex? Insulting for the time being. That's fine. Well, let's just talk about military access. Let's just slowly get closer to you. I'm going to offer you a payment of 1,000. They're up for that. Okay, let's just slightly lower that to 650. What if it's just 300? Still intriguing. I'm going to make it 650. Okay, so now we're military access for military access.
Yes. That would work.
That would work. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. What if I toss some money in for a proper military alliance? Let's just see if that maybe works. Okay, that's still insulting for now, but we're actually working on improving our relationship. Alright, this is now going to slowly work up to just be better and flipping better. Alright, this is good. This is all very good. Okay, if they're going to go over to Huntingdon, then I'm going to send this force over to Leicester. And then this force can basically just go and get Leicester, and that will give me visibility of Nottingham. Because if I can just basically go and get Nottingham, then I will basically have, well, at that point, if they're genuinely willing to just basically let me have Northampton and just go and claim Bedford, because they just want to go and get that, then at that point, I've basically just had everything they've actually got out of the north off them. Like, even if they claim some of it back, I still win. So, if they're heading towards Huntingdon right now, this guy needs to start heading in this direction. I'm willing to sacrifice that. So, can you actually make it over to... I can't be caught out of position. I need to go the north way. Now, if what he does after that point is he starts heading north towards Steenford, I can get back to Steenford. If he doesn't, then that leaves Leicester wide open. So even if he takes something, I get something straight back. And this place is relatively well defended for the time being. I'm a bit concerned about the potential future of Cambridge, however. Its garrison's not in great shape, but then this army is... This army's slowly getting damaged too. That's the Warhawks, isn't the Wildhawks, sorry. Yeah. Okay, and then this force is not the biggest one either. Okay, this is starting to get interesting. Right, focus on the things we need to do. Number 1, the Guildford army needs to come over here and kick your ass. That guy gets chased off for the time being. And the problem is, I cannot afford to chase him off any further. I just need to go and take Evesham. So I'm going to move in and occupy that. There we go. So I've now taken that entire area. So we're slowly wiping red off the map here. Slowly but surely we're wiping some red off the map. And Middlesex is actually making good money as a result. We're up to plus 3,600 turn off the back of all of that. That works for me. Now, the big one. We need to dislodge these bastards from St Albans and kick them out. Now, if I'm right, most of this, it should be, yes, 7 troops that are actually fresh and full strength. The other 10 should be newbies. So, Guthrum, good luck. I think you should be able to have this. Let's find out. And, yes, indeed. Not quite newbies. They've actually managed to heal up annoyingly quickly. But we are deploying 2,200 to their 1,300. None of their units are massively experienced. I think we should be able to actually pull this one off. Now, where are our advantages here? Looks to me like, yeah, the indirect fire they've got is brand new. Poorly trained. So, if we just basically move in, we've got the advantage insofar as our archers and our skirmishers are at full strength. Also, keep in mind, especially our axemen are good at the charge. If we just charge in, we should be alright here. Yeah, I think we can make this work. And by the looks of it from the battlefield, both of us are going to have some houses on our side. So, we'll have to see if they intelligently use the houses or not. Yeah, there's not a huge amount there, and I quite like this amount of large empty space over here. I'd rather have the battle happen in big, open, empty space, given I'm the person who's actually got themselves the bows. So big, open, empty space for me to just fire across. That works for me, yes. Okay, nothing too dramatic here. Nice front line of all my troops. Spearmen over on the flanks because they do have some cav. My own cav at the flanks ready to get around the side. Javelins towards the flanks so they can get around the side. Archers staying in the middle for the time being. General unit being held back to be thrown in wherever reserves are required. These guys are the elite of the elite. Don't forget to throw them in as needed. So, start the battle and figure out where the enemy are. The enemy are, by the looks of it, happy to fight out in the open. Lovely. Everyone down to normal speed, please. No need to tire yourselves out this early into the battle. These guys should be in no rush to engage with us. Looks like we've got the wider line, which works for me. They've got some cav, and some of that is decent. And some of it, however, is badly weak. So if I could just get my spearmen on top of their cav, that will be absolutely fine. And my basic, yeah, just look at that. My swordsmen have got a pretty easy time of it against most of this. I need to be a bit careful with some of my more damaged units. Yeah, but for the most part, actually, we're in good shape. Even my actual, my basic spearmen should have a fairly easy ride against their damaged spearmen units. So, this works for me. Yeah, thanks to the fact they're so damaged, I think I can make this happen. Let's just make sure, yeah, we're miles out of range for the time being. Looks like this is going to be a fairly nice, simple engagement in the open field. And right now we're still very much at range. Alright, everything under control. Alright, just a tiny bit further forward and we should be moving into almost their archer range, which should, yep, indeed encourage them to start moving. They, if we're lucky, should start deploying their cavalry forward. Yes, they are. Right. Let's see if we can just get some of our spearmen catching some of their cavalry. Just spread them out nice and wide. Get you guys out nice and wide, please. Ready for all of this. All of my skirmishers and whatever are not in skirmish mode right now. If you guys want to just basically bumble around in front of me, that works for me, because the more time my archers have, the better. I've actually got superior cavalry on this flank than you have. So I'm going to deploy my cav around here to try and hit their scout horsemen. And after they've been seen off, I should have a clear run on this flank at seeing off their skirmishers. So, in we go. We're going to get a bit of a nice charge in. These guys should absolutely give up. And right now, they're just hanging out close by to me. Good. That means my archers can do some good work. These guys are not thrilled. In comes some spearmen, however. So I need to back off and bring my horses back. There are some Thane horsemen over there. Tougher stuff. But this has been good. That bit of extra... Oh, yeah, you didn't want to do that. That extra bit of cavalry around the side has just basically distracted them. It's pulled them back. Some of their infantry is now pulled back to try and respond. And as a result, we can... yeah, there we go. There's one unit of cav down immediately. And now I've got one unit of cav safely around their back. So whatever they do next, at this point, we've got... Unless you're planning to chase that unit down... Oh! You guys have actually just decided to all swap round, which works for me, because that means I can just basically fire into the middle of a mass of units. This has worked out beautifully. Right, where's the rest of them? There's the scouts over there. You guys managed to recover. Where are their archers? I know they do have archers. There's some javelin men. There's some tiny archers. Yeah, down to 18. Honestly, we should just completely disregard them at this point. For the moment, at least, I'm happy to just hold position. They're not doing anything. But if I just bring my horsemen back in for another charge over here, it might well confuse them. Who's breaking there? Those archers are broken but not yet shattered. I could, and they've recovered immediately. Just look how fast units recover in this game. It's ridiculous. There's some more javelin guys. Are you guys running? I feel like you're not going that fast. Right. So there's a couple more horses over here. In come my horses. This force is not doing anything right now. These guys are going to be... absolutely shattered immediately, but I've kind of charged through them into spearmen, back off immediately, and the AI will vaguely try and give pursuit. Right, these guys are now shattered. Are you shattered or are you broken? You're shattered. Marvellous. And once again, another fantastic opportunity to just fire into a big group. Looks to me like they're actually planning to move forward at this point, however, but at this point they've taken a lot of flipping damage. Like, huge amounts of damage, and archers do have a bit of armor piercing on them. Just keep my guys around the back here. There's some archers over here, there's some archers over here. Screw it, let's just see off these archers. Do not let them fire at me. Looks to me like they are actually planning to charge forward. If their plan to just basically hit this area in a big group, kind of works, actually. In which case, yeah. Who can very reliably see off these horses? You can. Good news. Congratulations, you're now horse hunting. These archers will be seen off and won't cause trouble for us. In fact, actually, just for safety, see off these javelin men just to make sure you're further away from the spearmen that are trying to hunt you down. Time on this side to start getting around the outside, and that will provide cover for you to start getting around the outside. My archers can stay where they are. You can stay where you are. You guys, time for all of you to start heading up and start getting ready to flank. And you, my good man, also get around here. It's time to get into position. In fact, that was a little bit too far forward for you. You get over there. And scout horsemen, start moving in this direction. Alright. It looks like I think we're going to be able to get the surround off on them. If they're just going to basically charge forward straight into this line, these sword herdmen are going to hold the flipping line. These guys won't, however. These are shield biters. Elite axe infantry. This isn't really their job. Okay, now, you guys, you probably want to start tossing your... Are you actually out of... Oh, hang on. You don't have ammunition. You don't have ammunition. Why are you in melee mode? Don't be in melee mode. Just fire over here now. So, you just fire over here and hit these royal companions. You, my good man, you better not be in... Why is everyone in melee mode all of a sudden? They must have briefly been in contact with someone or something. Right, you guys, move forward and hit these guys. You guys, who are spearmen, hit these horsemen. And you guys, same deal, please. Just get over here and cover what you can. These horsemen can start getting around the back. These guys are starting to panic. This is going to start working very, very nicely indeed. You guys, get in position to start surrounding. And these horses are going to be in trouble very, very quickly indeed. There's going to be javelins coming in from all sides. You guys get over here. And you guys get over here. And you guys, swordsmen, start getting around the back of them, please. We're in a position to start surrounding them at this point. Get around here. And in we go. And you guys get over here. In we go. And now they are surrounded. There are arrows coming in. There are javelins coming in. They're not going to want to be here too much longer. Get in there. In come the archers. In come the attacks. These guys are winded at this point. I'm going to commit my general into there. He's going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to commit in. Yeah, those are just javelin men. I'm going to commit in. Yeah, battle's turning in our favour. I'm not surprised. I'm going to commit my cavalry in a second. No, don't get caught up there, though. Loop round here. And time to start hitting these guys. They're broken, but they're not shattered. But let's make sure they don't have the opportunity to come back, please. Just hit them. I want them ridden down. And more stuff is starting to be shattered very, very quickly indeed. Good, we just took a big chunk out of these bastards. You guys, get over here. Do not let these javelin men recover. You guys, get over here and hit these guys right in the back of them, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Shaken. In come horses. We got the surround on them. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. And look at that. We've actually got a mass rout going on. You don't see that often in Thrones of Britannia. But at this point, we have just got them completely flipping surrounded. Get the Anglian raiders in there. My horses are chasing off whatever's left. That's a handful of flipping javelin men. There's horses being... Okay, I don't know why you're over there, but you are. No, 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 no. We're not dumb. We are not dumb. I don't want a single one of them getting away, please. Let's just see them off. I want them dead, damn it, and I want their leader killed. And in come the horses just running down the English. This has actually gone very, very well indeed. And it's mainly thanks to my archers, who just did a beautiful, beautiful job there. Very, very well indeed. So the horses now can just run them down. The animation's nice and smooth in this game, by the way. I'm not sure if I pointed that out previously. But yeah, like just some of the animations, especially with the men running and the horse and whatever, it does feel very, very nice indeed. I do rather like that. Right, I think that's enough of them defeated. This has been an excellent victory for us. Decisive victory. I wouldn't say decisive. I'd say crushing. Thank you. I'd say absolutely flipping crushing. And actually, surprising number of kills belong to a handful of just basic spearmen there. Presumably they mopped up quite efficiently at the end. Marvellous. So, you got 272 kills to 1,333 losses. Yeah, very happy with that. That has worked out nicely for me. So, that's a nice victory there. Obviously, we will be occupying this place and also healing up as a result. So, we took out one of you. Unfortunately, how do the... Oh, the English aren't thrilled because I just killed a bunch of English people. But it kind of wasn't really my fault in some ways. Okay, the English aren't happy, which might affect my relationship with Mercia. But actually, no, they seem happy for the time being because they just seem to absolutely flipping despise Wessex. Which is good. And also weird, because Wessex doesn't seem to mind them at all. Wessex is just like, whatever, but Mercia absolutely despises them. Alright, cool. Now, we've also got... Guthrum has just leveled up. Now, Guthrum. Guthrum, you could actually pick up more movement range, more supplies, and reduced upkeep. Or, I could give you a little bit more champion melee skill. But it's only up to... Yeah, that's literally an extra... 5 melee skill for your commander's units. It's kind of nice, but it's not exactly essential, is it? I could give you a forager for more unit replenishment. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. No, you know what? I'm going to take the extra movement range. Just keep moving. So accept that. We've done pretty well there. So we've just won a massive victory there. And apparently I need to set a provincial... Oh, yeah, because the last guy died in battle. Good news, guys. We've got, you know, someone new coming in, potentially. So, recruitment cost down. Plus 10 missile damage for missile infantry commanded units. Okay, I guess we'll give you missile damage, because bare minimum, that means, like, the handful of archers you do get will be better. So that's good. And also, everyone's loyalty is suddenly upset. Is that because I've picked up another... it's because I've picked up a new farm. Okay. That's absolutely fine. I can fix that. In fact, actually, this works really nicely because the guy who used to have 2 Airwheels now only has 1. Because, yeah, he actually temporarily lost it. Because I think he originally had St. Albans and now that's changed. Eochric, you seem to be very low right now. So I'm actually going to give you St. Albans just to basically cheer you up a bit. That gets you up to 5, and everyone else is between 4 and 6, and my influence is still 7. Yeah, happy with that. Good. Now, admittedly, there is a bit of a problem with public order, and that's partly because, yeah, we're not getting as many bonuses as we used to. In fact, let's just go over to the economy screen, because weirdly, that's the... Oh! Oh, dear. Yeah, there's a lot of problems that have suddenly started showing up there. Because we've, yeah, this place is still not looking great. We've lost some of the war fervour. I could lower taxes, but if I lower taxes, what's going to happen to food? I'm not sure if I can afford to lower taxes, just purely on basis of the food problems that would emerge immediately afterwards. That's a concern. And speaking of which, I think we need more people coming in. Ooh, new armoured archers. La-di-da. How do you compare to the existing archers we've got? You are more accurate. You do fire faster. And missile damage is a little bit higher. So you are definitely better. That is certainly true. So how many archers do we have in this army? Only 2. Yeah, go on then. You can have those guys. Welcome aboard. And this brings us to, yeah, now we're basically floating 50 units. We've got a full stack, another full stack, and a 10 up top. And I am concerned right now. I'm very concerned because we're not quite as happy as we should be. We need war fervour to go up. And right now, the only way to get war fervour was to literally flipping eliminate Northumbria, which I don't want to do. Because they could actually be very good friends. And also, they're very large and slightly intimidating. And who are these guys? Who even are these? I don't know who you are. Hello? Do we recognise you? Right. Holderness. And they... Okay, they hate these guys. And... Oh, you're a vassal kingdom. Alright, fine. That makes sense. Okay. I have just handed Wessex's arse to them. I'm going to give them an opportunity to make peace. Okay, they don't seem that interested. What if I was to put a bit of money in? What if I offered literally all my money for peace? Still insulting. Wessex are not up for any form of peace just yet. This war is going to involve a bit more back and forth. I have at least, however, managed to win my first big, proper, major victory against Wessex there. We have managed to trash a decent-sized army, albeit not the strongest one. And we've scared off Sussex, but I have a horrible feeling they're going to be back. And they're probably going to take some of this territory off me, because this army needs to go and deal with Kent. But honestly, they can kind of have this stuff, because if I can destroy Kent, then I could pretty much have all of Kent. But then again, there's also raiders, so... Life is not that easy yet. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll leave things off there. I'll try and figure out how I'm going to solve my happiness problems next time. Do I dare lower the tax rate? And if I do, am I immediately looking at starvation? I don't know. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. And this has been Thrones of Britannia. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Wait, did people just vote out democracy? Hang on, what have you just done? Oh, go on, let's have the greatest Oktoberfest ever. Yay! Spain and Russia have announced a new alliance as a result of the warmongering of certain Central European countries. Oh, well, excuse me! My leader from now on, no weaklings will stand in the way of this country's path to glory. Oh, God, Germany, not again!